A man found an eagle's egg and put it in the nest of a barnyard hen. The eaglet hatched with the brood of chicks and grew up with them all his life. The eagle did what the barnyard chicks did, thinking he was a barnyard chicken. He scratched the earth for worms and insects. He clucked and cackled. Years passed. One day he saw a magnificent bird above him in the sky. It glided in graceful majesty among the powerful wind currents, with scarcely a beat in its strong golden wings. The old eagle looked up in awe. "Who's that?" he asked. "That's the eagle, the king of the birds," said his neighbor. "He belongs to the sky. We belong to the earth. We're chickens." So the eagle lived and died a chicken, for that's what he thought he was. The moral of the story: when you live among chickens, it's hard to soar like an eagle. Your thoughts and behaviors are greatly influenced by the people you meet with. Select friends wisely.
Welcome to Self-Mastery Labs. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Recognizing your barnyard and embracing change. The story of the eagle living among chickens offers a powerful metaphor for the limitations we often place on ourselves. Just as the eagle was unaware of its potential, we can spend years confined by the environment we're in, believing that we belong to the life we've always known. But to begin the journey of adaptation, we must first recognize the barnyard we've grown up in. The barnyard represents your comfort zone, your daily routines, relationships, and beliefs. It feels familiar, and staying there seems safe. But just like the eagle, who lived his entire life thinking he was a chicken, many of us are blind to the fact that we're meant for something bigger. It's easy to get stuck in environments that limit our growth. Whether it's the people you surround yourself with or the thoughts you entertain, your barnyard has a powerful hold on who you think you are. The first step to change is acknowledging this. To break free, you need to accept that change is a constant and natural part of life. It's easy to resist it, but that resistance keeps you grounded when you were meant to fly. Much like the eagle should have soared among the clouds, you have untapped potential. But realizing that potential requires stepping out of the barnyard and into the unknown. Adapting to change starts by seeing it not as a threat, but as an opportunity. By shifting your perspective, you can begin to see new paths, new possibilities, and a clearer vision of where you truly belong. The process begins with self-awareness. You need to be honest about what in your life is holding you back, what beliefs, habits, or relationships are keeping you grounded. Recognizing your barnyard is the first move toward freedom. But to fully adapt, you must be willing to let go of the comfort of what you know. Just as the eagle needed to realize that he belonged to the sky, you must understand that you're meant for greater things. Once you embrace the reality of change, you'll be ready for the next steps in adapting and breaking free from your limits. Chapter 2. Expanding your horizon and shifting your mindset. Once you've recognized the barnyard that's holding you back, the next critical step is expanding your horizon. Like the eagle that looked up in awe at the birds soaring above, you must look beyond your current environment and realize what's possible for you. To do this, you must start by shifting your mindset. Your mindset has a significant impact on how you perceive the world and your place in it. If you've been thinking like a chicken, playing it safe, fearing the unknown, and avoiding risks, then you've been limiting your potential. To shift, you need to challenge the limiting beliefs that have kept you grounded. Ask yourself, why do I believe I can't achieve more? Often, these beliefs are rooted in fear or past experiences, but once you start questioning them, you'll see that they're not as solid as you thought. You can choose to adopt a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort. When you start seeing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to avoid, you begin to adapt. In addition to changing your beliefs, you need to reframe how you approach fear. Much like the eagle, who might have been afraid to leave the safety of the barnyard, you may hesitate to venture into unknown territory. But fear is not a signal to stop. It's an indicator that you're about to grow. The key is to recognize that fear often magnifies the risks, making them seem bigger than they really are. By facing it head-on, you'll see that the worst-case scenario is usually manageable and often far less terrifying than imagined. Visualization is another powerful tool to help shift your mindset. Spend time each day visualizing your ideal life. Imagine yourself flying above your current limitations, much like the eagle was meant to soar above the chickens. Visualization primes your brain to believe that this new version of you is possible. With time and practice, your mindset will shift from one of limitation to one of possibility, opening the door to adaptation and growth. Chapter 3. Changing your environment for growth. Your environment shapes who you are, just as the barnyard shaped the eagle into thinking he was a chicken. The next step in adapting is consciously changing your environment to one that supports your growth and development. This doesn't necessarily mean uprooting your entire life overnight, but rather making deliberate shifts that align with the person you want to become. Look closely at the people you surround yourself with. Do they encourage you to stay grounded, or do they push you to spread your wings? Your social environment has a huge influence on your behavior and mindset. If you're constantly around individuals who think small or discourage risk, it will be much harder to break free from those mental chains. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you, those who encourage growth and exploration. Seek out mentors or role models who have already achieved what you aspire to. Their experience and wisdom can act as a guide for your own journey. Additionally, consider your physical environment. Sometimes the places you frequent or the routines you follow contribute to your sense of stagnation. Breaking out of the barnyard might mean traveling to new places, trying different activities, or even changing your workspace. Studies show that being in a new environment sparks creativity and fresh perspectives. By exposing yourself to new stimuli, you're effectively rewiring your brain to see new possibilities. Small deliberate changes in your surroundings can have a big impact. Try adding new experiences to your daily life, whether it's as simple as reading a new book, attending a different kind of social event, or learning a skill outside of your comfort zone. These small shifts start to compound over time, opening your mind and expanding your view of what's possible. You'll begin to see that your barnyard was never the whole world, and the more you explore, the more room you have to grow. Chapter 4. Building resilience and embracing setbacks. As you begin to adapt and step into new environments, it's inevitable that you'll face setbacks. Much like the eagle might have struggled to find his place in the sky after years on the ground, you will encounter obstacles that test your resolve. But these setbacks are not signs of failure. They are essential parts of the adaptation process. The key is building resilience. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from challenges. It's what allows you to keep going when things don't go as planned. To build resilience, you must first accept that failure is a natural part of growth. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you risk making mistakes. But these mistakes are where the real learning happens. Each setback gives you valuable information about what works and what doesn't. It's through these moments of trial and error that you refine your skills, strengthen your mindset, and ultimately adapt to the new environment you're striving to be part of. To embrace setbacks, you need to reframe how you see them. Instead of viewing a failure as proof that you're not capable, see it as evidence that you're trying, learning, and growing. Resilience is not about avoiding failure, but learning how to recover from it quickly and effectively. Just as the eagle must flap its wings and stumble before mastering the air currents, you must be willing to stumble before you can soar. Another crucial part of resilience is maintaining perspective. When you face a setback, ask yourself, how important will this be in a year of 5? Often, the challenges that feel overwhelming in the moment shrink in importance when viewed from a broader perspective. By keeping your long-term goals in sight, you can navigate the ups and downs of the adaptation process with more clarity and confidence. Chapter 5. Creating long-term change and living like an eagle. Adapting to a new mindset, environment, and set of challenges doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires consistent effort, resilience, and a commitment to growth. But as you continue to make small shifts, something incredible happens. You begin to live like the eagle you were always meant to be. To maintain your progress, focus on continuous learning. The world is always changing, and to keep up, you must stay curious and open to new information. This could mean taking courses, reading books, or seeking out new experiences that push your boundaries. The more you learn, the more adaptable you become. Just like the eagle had to learn to navigate the skies, you must keep honing your skills and mindset to thrive in your new environment. Another important aspect of long-term change is surrounding yourself with the right support system. Even as you grow, there will be times when you're tempted to return to the comfort of the barnyard. Having a network of people who encourage you to stay focused on your goals is crucial for maintaining momentum. Whether it's friends, mentors, or a community that shares your values, these relationships will act as a buffer against setbacks and self-doubt. Finally, remember that the process of adaptation is ongoing. Just as the eagle is never static in the sky, you must remain fluid and open to new opportunities as they arise. Keep challenging yourself, keep pushing your limits, and keep looking beyond your current horizon. The more you adapt, the more you will discover just how high you're capable of flying. You don't belong in the barnyard, you belong in the sky. Thanks for watching, and I hope today's journey sparked something in you. Now, before you go, let me ask you this. What's the barnyard in your life? What's the environment, belief, or routine that's kept you grounded when you were meant to soar? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. Remember, we've all got a bit of that eagle in us. Maybe today's the day you take a closer look at the sky and realize it's where you've always belonged. If you've ever felt like you've been scratching the surface of your potential, let this be a reminder. You were never meant to stay in that comfort zone. And hey, if this resonated with you, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need to hear this message, and of course, subscribe so we can continue exploring these ideas together. Hit that notification bell to stay updated. Until next time, keep challenging the limits, keep building your resilience, and above all, keep looking up. You've got wings, now it's time to use them.